to go. As we kick this off into game number 1 of Zest versus Bunny. And yeah, I got to hang out with Bunny quite a lot this weekend. I don't know why he's saying Wardy in this situation right now, but I got to hang out with Bunny quite a lot this weekend at Home Story Cup, of course. Honestly, going to Home Story Cup is so awesome, getting to know the players more. One player I got to hang out with a lot more than I thought was Sue. You know, cheeky game of poker here or there. By the way, there's a proxy panel coming up, so let's introduce the players. Top left-hand side, our red bros player is Zest, going up against the blue Terran bottom right, Bunny. Yeah, I just wanted to say, got to hang out and play some poker with some of the guys and stuff, and Bunny actually has very good English. He's a very funny guy. I quite enjoyed hanging out with Bunny, but Sue as well is actually very good with his English and is also very funny. Has some humor to him, you know. Fun guys to hang out with. Always great to get a hang with the players at Home Story Cup. Guys, I said it once, I'll say it again and again and again. If you have not been to a Home Story Cup and you get the opportunity, make sure you go. Best opportunity you could have when it comes to StarCraft 2 as a fan experience. It's just incredible. You get to hang out with people, you get to play foosball with your favorite players, you get to talk to them, you get to chat, you get to buy them a drink. Sometimes they'll even buy you a drink when they're just buying all the shots in the world, so do check that out if you ever get the chance to go to a Home Story Cup. Right now, though, double gateway coming down, so Zest is going to apply the pressure from the very early stages of this game number 1. So we're going to be seeing these couple, well, first battle coming across the map. Obviously, second gateway is just finished, and it will be now 2 Stalkers on the way. Bunny's first scout will be with this Reaper, so he's going to be under a lot of pressure very quickly. He hops up in towards the main base, hops back down as he sees the Zeld, and he'll start to fight this. Starting to realize that this is, of course, fairly aggressive out of Zest as the second Stalker will be, the second gateway unit will start to push on forwards here, and already will find himself a cancel. Not a cancel on the bunker, but he'll stop it from building for a while here. And Bunny is going to realize very shortly, like, well, what do I actually do against this right now? This isn't going to be easy. He pulls in a lot more SCVs to the low ground. Reaper will show up. Stalker will start to get some shots on the Reaper. Zealot's still coming across here. As the Zealot arrives, we do have another Stalker arriving as well. Oh my god, Bunny's just started a new command center on the high ground already. I mean, in a way, I sort of suppose his idea is that he maybe has to cancel this from the low ground, but he is going to get to finish it. Right now, it's the bunker that's not going to be finishing here, as the Zealot has a little bit of a dancing contest on the side of that bunker, sliding around all over the place. Stalkers look as though they're going to commit through beyond the bunker and just get in behind the mineral line and try to deny manning. And Zest is currently on 1 base against a 3-base Terran player very shortly here, as we are going to be seeing this attack continuing. I mean, a couple of Marines looping back around. We're going to see some SCVs continue to take some hits. Turns, he gets himself a Marine kill, another Marine taking some shots as well. Getting very low. He's still just picking up so many SCVs here, though. When we look at the workers' kill count here in a moment, 10 SCVs already dead. So, I mean, Bunny is taking a lot of damage right now, as we are going to be seeing him just calling GG. I mean, Zest is starting to expand. He's just not going to clean up these Stalkers, right? And that's the issue. He's going to lose so many more SCVs. One day you beat Classic, the next day you fall 0-2 to Domic C. It's the world of StarCraft 2, guys. The world of StarCraft 2. To the top right-hand side of the map, our blue Terran playing game number 2 of this best of 3. This is Bunny. And this time, maybe an SCV scout to try and pick up on the fact there's no Nexus a little bit sooner. Maybe allow him to respond to that opening a little bit more effectively, as he's currently down a game in the series here in the round of 32. A long way to go today, guys. A lot of best of 3s, followed by a best of 5 grand final. Obviously, we're watching games on the second screen at the same time, so there's definitely going to be a possibility of us jumping in and getting some replays and casting even more towards the end. There's a lot going on. Bottom left-hand side, our red Protoss player. This, my friends, is Zest. Well, Zest is up a game after a cheeky proxy in the first game. Not going to go for a cheeky proxy in game number 2. I'm also looking like a fairly regular expand. That'll come down in the next 20 seconds or so, as we do see the SCV will obviously come on in, fight against this probe and stop it from being an annoyance here, trying to slow down the building of this barracks. Annoying though. I mean, considering this probe is already here picking up scouting information, it's now also denying 1 SCV of mining. Well, you know, it's surprising how that does come into effect here. As the 1 minute and 23 seconds. Nexus comes down here from Zest. The standard Nexus timing here off of a single gateway, looking for an expansion. As we do see the workers continue to mine away in this main base. Probe is still just wandering around, and we do see command center will just be thrown down. Was that blocked? It feels like it might be 1 hex away. I feel like it might just be 1 hex out or something, but in general it's not in too bad of a position, right? It's good enough. Like, you lift it up, you move it over. It's not really an issue, and obviously he didn't want to delay it because of the probe too much, so it works out as the better option that he had. As we'll see that probe heading back down to the lower left-hand side. Probe coming all the way down to the bottom left here, so we will be seeing this Nexus is about to finish up. A Stargate is on the way out as well, so setting up this Stargate, a reactor coming down on the barracks as well. And we are going to be seeing this time. Once again, Bunny is going for the same build order. What's kind of funny is that I don't think Zest ever realized what was going on in that last game in terms of build, because he never got up the ramp to see the third base, right? I mean, maybe you can assume it to some extent because you never saw a factory unit coming out. But I think in general, this 3CC is kind of intriguing. So again, going for it once more. And again, I don't think Zest necessarily knew that 100% that was what Bunny did in the last game. Yes, it's possible that he figured it out, but I think it's a fair assumption as well that he maybe doesn't know that that's how Bunny was trying to play. Yeah, Reyno lost to Dominic C, guys. He plays in a lot of online events. He's an up-and-coming Protoss player from the Korean region. Honestly, he does pretty well in a lot of online events. Didn't expect him to beat Reyno 2-0, but, well, you know. It's the crazy thing about some of these Korean up-and-coming players. They're also very good, and they can also cause some surprises. Engineering Bay is about to finish up here in the back of the main base, and we are going to be seeing the third base. It's about getting ready to lift up and get ready to go. I would imagine that Reyno, knowing how Dominic C likes to play, I imagine Reyno probably lost to a couple of just aggressive timings that were just not quite what he was familiar with, or just timings that he maybe wasn't quite prepared for after maybe preparing for Classic for the last week or so in PvZ. So, yeah, Dominic C definitely not playing Super Standard Protoss all of the time. Although he definitely can play macro, he's not just like a cheesy toss that gets everywhere by cheesing. He has got a good macro game too, but he isn't afraid to throw down 8 gates and charge lot all in you, you know? Anyways, we are going to be seeing this Oracle flies through the main base and just gets to see absolutely everything. I mean, getting an information update on the orbital over here, the extra factory coming down. You didn't actually see the factory, but you'll know it's delayed, I suppose. In general, it's just good information for Zest. He sees what the setup is, he knows what's going on here, and he'll be happy with just seeing a third CC, I think. You know, a very macro-oriented build. He's going to get a third Oracle up, and that'll allow him to really apply some pressure over the next few moments. Bunker will come up here from Bunny, and looks as though it's going to be able to finish in time. Good amount of Marines here to try and fight against these Adepts. Well, these Adepts going to commit. They'll commit for the single SCV kill. It's actually nicely done because I guess why not, right? The thing is as well, these Oracles kind of feeling pretty good right now, I imagine, because, well, he knows it's not Widowmine because he saw no factory. So he can fly and pick off another SCV, slow down this barracks from building by just a little bit. And these Adepts are shading around. He actually sees the Marines. He's going to commit onto them. And then he starts to realize that that maybe wasn't quite the idea he wanted it to be. Backs away. I thought of the triple Oracle, maybe he could have jumped on there and got some damage done, but obviously he feels differently. There's a couple more SCVs. Zest, calm and patient player of these units. You know, he's really not, oh my god, I have to do damage right now. Oh my god, I have to kill 5 SCVs. He's like, okay, I can get 1 SCV here, 1 SCV there. I can maybe even get another, but I just don't want to risk losing too much health for my Oracles. So he backs away, no problem at all, nothing too crazy, not greedy from Zest. Not looking to win this game purely off of the early game damage. Confident to macro out of this, and that's exactly what he is doing with the +1 attack upgrade. The Blink coming through as well in the Robo Bay, setting him up for a mid-game, which will involve Blink Stalkers, Colossus most likely. We could even see some Disruptors. That's been a playstyle that a few players have been favouring as of late, so, you know, possibilities are endless here for Zest. Well, not quite endless, I mean, it's Disruptors or Colossus, but there's a couple different choices that he has. I imagine Colossus right away would be the most common way to go about this, though. There's going to be seeing combat shields and concussive shells on the way up. Allows for Bunny to really kind of just power up that bio force. I love this though. Again, Oracle's just flying around. It forces to stim. It forces these Marines to still be sticking around. This is one good positioning by Bunny here of the rest of these units to catch those Oracles out of position a little bit. Now these Oracles will just sit here, and that's another stim from Bunny on the main base. It's a lot of medevac energy that's going to get drained right from the get-go for no real reason. Adept shades in, it will go down. These Oracles are a little bit stuck right here, but at the same time, as long as he's here, he sees that these units are around and just sitting, you know, not attacking. And as long as they're not attacking, Zest should be pretty happy because it gives him time for upgrades to finish, for Colossus to come out, and for his own army to get into that better position back at home. As you do see, the Oracles will make a dive out of here. They're going to get out here in the end, but took a little while. Turns drops the Revelation, refreshing that and just keeping track of a good chunk of that bio force. Alright, well, Bunny's had that strong economy throughout the game with the triple orbital command coming in so soon. Now he's got 60 SCVs against the 70 probes. Zest down by about 20 army supply here. Upgrades are dead even. 1-1 armor upgrades are starting up at the exact same time as each other. Obviously, Chrono Boost could change that a bit. Charge now on the way in as well. The follow-up to the blink opening. So going in towards the charge helps a lot. For now, Stalkers will just warp in because obviously with Blink already on them, they're the most useful unit you can build currently. As you can see, a Blink forwards for that burrowing Widow Mine in a Revelation. He knew exactly where it was. Drop into the main will empower the Forge in the Twilight though. Say goodbye to your +1 armor and to your charge upgrade for just that little bit longer. Stalkers will blink into the main, and Zest will have the kill on that medevac. Meanwhile, attempting to push into towards the third, but with triple cannon, double shield battery, there's no way you're getting damage done here. It was Bunny, and rightly so. He backs away knowing there's just not an opening for him right now. Medevac loads up a couple of Widow Mines actually, and maybe looking for some sort of a drop here as we'll see these rocks being worked away at. Colossus, by the way, don't have extended thermal lands, and that's something which Zest just never built into now. Going into a Dark Shrine, looking as though in general he might just be done with Colossus production. Oh, how intriguing, how interesting. As we have more of these units gathering up once again out in the center. Another command center drops down from Bunny on the right hand side. Another couple of supply depots on the way up, and Warp Prism here will be heading through the top in towards the main base in the next few moments. Again, a lot of bio units right now gathered up together in the center of the map. And this Oracle will push on forwards and look to drop the Revelation here. He's going to be able to tag that. And just again, keep updated on what's going on. Warp Prism into the main. So a lot of Zealots you're going to have to start dealing with here in the very near future. The Liberator already sieging up, but it still takes a Liberator just so long to deal with this. We're actually going to see the Armory cancel, which means 2 upgrades from the Terran are going to be kept from really continuing to build here for quite a little while. Viking will come forwards. I mean, this Warp Prism is dead. It's been stuck around for a long time. He's actually going to make him leave. Wow. If he gets out of there with this Warp Prism, that'd be incredible. Everything else in the main base cleaned up. Not getting the Warp Prism kill is kind of a shame because there really was the units here from Bunny to push that away. Now Zest continues to maintain map control when he really shouldn't be. Still missing extended thermal lance, right? Widow Mine is going to go off here. Nice blinks to cancel one of those Widow Mines, not the second though. We'll just hallucinate Phoenix to get rid of that this time around. Comes in, gets rid of the mine, and, well, now here we are. Just sat up with 1-1 upgrades apiece, blink and charge in play for Zest. Still no extended thermal lance. He goes back into Colossus production. Now you have to really imagine that this is a mistake. A mass DTs are warping, going to push in towards the third, and you know what? There's not a turret up in the third base. So these DTs are going to start one-shotting these SCVs, and this entire mineral line is starting to disappear. This is an expensive way to play, though. I mean, it's a lot of DTs. One scan and they all die. I mean, that's going to be really, really unfortunate. As you're going to be seeing at the moment, there doesn't seem to be a scan, though. And these DTs are all getting out of there alive. So at the moment, it's working out for Zest. But for how much longer? Scan comes down. DTs have just wandered into Liberator range. 1 DT falls so far. I mean, I guess the plan is to morph these into Archons now. And with the Archons, of course, it buffers this army massively. Extra splash damage, extra tanky units. It's just a setup that makes it very, that becomes very difficult to break. Zest comes around through the top. A few more Archons morphing in once again. A few Zealots are unloading. We do just have this army of Zest going to keep on pressing forwards. Actually finds a Liberator, not greatly positioned due to the fact that he was just trying to clean up the DTs before. He'll get that kill, he'll get a second Liberator as well. He's going to go for one more because he has the blink out of there if he needs it. Deco's at the front going down. Bunny already under an immense amount of pressure here over the last few moments. Now his third base is under fire, and he's going to have to lift that and move it away. But even then, Zest can continue to chase just a little bit, and he's actually maybe just going to go into this here. Yes, one of the Liberators are currently set up. Now blinks away as the Bio army starts to come in. A couple of great force fields to segregate this army up a little bit, just split things away and stop everything coming forwards at once. The Zealots are slowly being melted, but it's taking a little bit too long. The Archons are able to stick around, get a lot of damage done as well. He jumps onto that Liberator too, and another Colossus shows up to really spell the end of Country Cup number 11 for Bunny. Zest takes it 2-0.